It was so super amazing to see you. I am going to miss you. However, I know you're off to better and awesome things. If you ever want to return, please come back. Other than that, drop a line whenever you feel. And then if you ever have any questions about anything, I guess, musically or not, just give me a buzz. I really appreciate you and your family. So this video lesson shouldn't be too terribly long, but I want to go over 3 awesome major concepts. 1, you know what we're talking about. It's just the application of it. 2, these videos are a resource that you could go back to realize that these things can be replicated and take them at your own pace. Rome wasn't built in a day, nor is the music foundation. One thing I do like to say is, like, when we're born, the gestation period is 9 months. It takes almost 2 to 3 years to walk and talk. Almost every other organism that is a mammalian does this same feat of nature within 2 months to 3 months, generally standing within 2 to 3 days, if not 2 to 3 hours. So for us to be able to understand music like that, it's kind of hard. It took me 20-something years to realize I had no clue what I was doing because I didn't know how to learn, which is why I teach the art of practicing rather than just the art of music. Being able to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, know that there's 7 notes inside of a key, the 8th one being an octave. Hearing that is hard. Knowing where those are on the fretboard is hard as well, but we take it super slow. Our first chord we learn is an E major because when we shift that and move that pretty much anywhere, it sounds pretty cool. When we move that horizontally, we get an A minor, which we then learn that the A minor is just like the E major, because the E major, we can take the third and flatten the median for an E minor. So if we already have a minor, doesn't that mean we could sharpen the median to get a E major? Or A major? Absolutely. So between A major, E major, E minor, and A minor, we have 2 shapes which really pretty much move everywhere along this fretboard. If we go up to the 4th fret and bar it and throw an E minor, we get we get a G sharp minor, or an A flat minor. These names, nobody really knows them. No, they do. You will eventually learn the names of the notes because of correlation of what we learn with other things. So throughout this video, you will be able to see that an open E goes to an F because there is not a black note on a piano in between them. Nor is there one between the E and F or the B and C. So every time we do anything, we say E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F. Now I could say E sharp, but then I would have to directly go to F sharp, which feels awkward for me. When we go down or flat, we say the flats. When we go up, we say the sharps. So E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, 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 C flat. Isn't that weird? C, C flat, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F flat. F flat is an E. Okay, so the notes, they will come. The idea is our 1st fret on the low string and our 3rd fret on the D string are going to be our octaves. When we move horizontally, 1 to 3 again on the A to the G string. When we go to the D string and play on the 1, we must play on the 4 of the B. And then when we play on the 1 of the G string, we must play on the 4 of the E string to get the octaves. That works always and everywhere. That's a great way to get accustomed to where we are and then use the outside of these for our pentatonics. We've talked about a few of these scales. Simply said, when you're playing in G major and A minor, you could use that type of scale to do it. That type of relevance comes by knowing E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E is an E minor scale. The reason why those are important is they're all based off the major scale we were about to learn. C major has a C note, an open D note, an E note, an F note, half step, open G note, A note, open B note, and then a C note. When I play that here, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, my right hand does a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That started with my 3rd finger. When I move up a half step and I put my 2nd finger on that C note and play those same notes 3rd fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, I still get C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, except I've omitted the 1st fret and the open strings, thusly keeping within my spider exercise limits, right? But now I'm not just playing all minor seconds, I'm doing a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. You do see now how when I move through the process of explaining a C major and a C minor, I would just simply explain in a C major, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. If I wanted a C minor, I would have 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. Now I know that should go whoop, but the process is, if you know what a do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is in any key, does not matter what the names are because the pattern is always going to be the same. Thusly, the whole concept of having a major and then a minor, and then a major, and then a minor, and then a diminished, and then that resolves back to our major. It makes perfect sense when we say major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, a diminished, and then it goes back to a major, giving us a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, and then our diminished is a half step. That in combination with this correlation, 1, 2, 3, 4 is a whole note. These are whole notes, they last for 4 beats. And a half note is half of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I play a 1, 2, 3, 4, or a 1, 2, 1, 2, those are half notes in comparison to a whole note because a whole note lasts 4 whole measures. A quarter note would be all downstrokes. Quarter, 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 quarter. When I go down, up, I'm exhibiting eighth notes. Eighth note, because a whole note has 2 eighth notes in it. Eighth note. When I go 1 and 2 and, that signifies eighth notes. When I go 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, those eighth notes now turn into 16th notes. And you guessed it, an eighth of that. So we've got 16 notes, it's just doubled eighth notes. And when we go to 32nd notes, we just speed up those 16th notes. Therefore, all of the rhythms that you will ever need stem out of your teeter-totters. For further explanation on these teeter-totters, scale degrees, or anything else which is the next step, please refer to the YouTube channel under Wago Howard Hana Ho. All of the information that we talked about here is found in Monday Music Moments, and then a little bit more information if you choose to go a little bit further in our explanation. Remember, if you have any questions, just give me a buzz and I'm there for you. Have a great one. Aloha.